This was the Casey Anthony trial, which everybody pretty much would know, I think. And it was all hands on deck, and there were a lot of boots on the ground. There was a ton of us in Orlando at this trial. This individual was not in Orlando. She was back in New York with a couple other employees, but most people were down there. So,
what was her job description, Marlaina?
producer.
She's a producer. Okay, so you're a producer on the biggest trial in the country. Like, the eyes of the world are on this trial. This woman everybody believes she killed her toddler daughter and covered it up. She got off. She had a great lawyer. She got off. But everyone was covering this story.
So there's a bunch of us at the courthouse, right? So I don't really know what's going on back in New York, but rumblings from another employee came back when I would say, "Where is so-and-so?" And I don't know, I haven't seen her for 2 hours. I don't know, I haven't seen her for 3 hours. I don't know, she came in and left and I haven't seen her since. So I got this so many times that I finally said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, it's not really my story. It's not really your story. This is everyone's story." So Maureen, you may be familiar with this. You have like kind of a beat, right? So if you have a story that has legs, every time something breaks within that story, that becomes your story, right?
Yeah.
Well, but now it was the whole show's story because this is all we were doing until the verdict came out. So what happened 3 years prior and leading up to this point doesn't really matter because now it's, like I said, all hands on deck. We need panelists on the show. It's not all principals, which is, people from the actual case itself. And, you could also, by the way, be working ahead or doing anything or asking what you could be doing,
Yes, yes, and yes.
So she took it upon herself to, make this her free time. And look, I think anybody would take a little bit of extra time, fine, but she was disappearing for hours and hours, fine. So I had this conversation with her saying, you really can't be doing this. When I get back to New York, she comes in my office and says, you stressed me out so badly that I was unable, she was going to have her eggs frozen because she was of a certain age. And she said that it was her last opportunity to do so. And her doctor said she couldn't be stressed during this process. And because I stressed her out, she held me, quote, single-handedly responsible for never being able to have children.
I don't know if you should be offended or flattered by that, like to have that amount of power. To be honest, power, Marlaina.
I kind of feel a little bit like a hero because I don't think that girl should have been procreating given her mental case.
Yes. Yes. And by the way, like as we were discussing, like this woman was in the wrong business.